Abusia for Ebraso. This is DJ KB Topo Line Radio UK. Today is Wednesday. And when it's 7 o'clock, then you know that it's time for Legal Matters. I am with Wisemart Solicitors. Mijidise Ubia Ayekrado. Ebraso Saya Ebusia. Emransem ene enkratasem inti sremo ubia nye krado. This is free legal hour. I enti frubi no bisum frubi. I DJ Ginas bese link no ubaswa na wawoso ama ubi no bisuso etimi etiebi because ade na yebisua ade ehia pa ebisua ade and on Facebook the screen translation be omoye na they are trying to translate the tree I'm speaking. Wow, I should turn it off and sign koyasem. Wow. Yo, a tip for I the Jumedini Beshes when ebisua emransem ene enkratasem na Shannon so said this is free legal hour. This is the only time so free will be a question. There will be no fee, there will be no charge. Shannon so and to take advantage. Say upon nese uhia lawyer, then you have to call their contact number enchibiano. Then you book appointment for consultation and Timisro Shannon so. This is the time with me enya free legal consultation. Say yapon you program me na uhia lawyer. Please Shannon so you have to book appointment and also book appointment for consultation. Wisemart or Maseo. So why won't you take advantage of this free legal hour, this free legal consultation? See, they are doing this 1 hour no fra. Said I'm free. We will me bisa question be our pay. Your situation be our between the lawyer name. Opa a molding. We don't need the names because you perceive who will be and some will be a name. I and say your pound there, then you have to book appointment with lawyer Francis or Wisemart ho. Right, yo any memfa lawyer Francis emra na yenshe jumedino ase. Welcome to Legal Matters, Lawyer Francis. Pacho, upon the same.
Good evening, Chair KCF, Wisemart Solicitors, Ebro, and a TF4 or more share ATA, our Top Online Radio UK, any of the platform.
You a TF4 Ejo, a TF4 Joe, so you said lawyer wisdom show. Umana waboyashim. Umana no waboyashim. You. O say yechiano. Yechiamo juma yefo nyina. Emema ne mba na lawyer mo peso mu do mbeba no. Omu nyina yechia wo.
Edi omu beba. Edi omu beba dako.
Yo.
Yeah na omu so aye work kakra. I was so mukofi kwesiesie nyoma.
No crapa. Say they are family people. Eso mko no aduane mo omukrunom. Nti. Meti ase, ya te ase. Ye de ache omo.
Ba ye buso ayeka. Ombeba one day.
Yo lawyer we there yen fanshisha so say I update be aba na last week update no. Me share me replay video no. It was almost 30 minutes. Na me say wow. Update no kwano. It took almost half of the time.
Yeah, it's true because every week, information a free home office eba no ya na do so pa nti ye try say because ene do be enye ni na etimi de mamo because ye head time na ye case ye ni nyina mamo wa hwe ya ye topic ra no ye ntumi and discuss it why
yo ehia pa nti lawyer enen so say update bi aba fama ye na etiefo ye nyina ye hu ne ekọ wo legal world no that's
yo me that's DJ KB nkyia kɛseɛ firi Wisemart Solicitors call my tie for ya chef for our top online say your legal hour and I say legal matters are in top online and do ho say na DJ KB no edu ba bi a update no ho hia pa nti etimi take your time bebree kwa but all because of say your community we want the best for them and now say you try say information you feel say you vital to their asetena mu wɔ kurom ha no yɛde bɛ ɛtu edwa because ɛnyɛ sɛ afei a aba anaasɛ ho aka edwa na wokɔpɛ lawyer anaasɛ ɔmabɔ yɛ kɔkɔ no na afei ɛna ɔba bɛka sɛ ei lawyer sɛ nsɛm sei wɔ hɔ nom nti yɛdi kan broni bɛ sɛ ma mo thumbs up about what the legal world is all about and I said what's the current situation and I said what are their home office a proposal on person or money mostly in terms of the immigration bit because no and now yedi eti krom ha until we try as much as possible say yebema ye immigration ya asitna NCP no say at least obenya home office in shisha Dani de nyina omode eba no yo de edikan updates edikan a me pese ye de ehwe ene just enra omo pass say bibia ye friend no national security bill aba be ye emra because I say on the 11th of June 11th of July 2023 the national security bill became law after being passed by both houses of parliament and securing royal assent. Inti ushema deya ekyerɛ ne sɛ UK are buying through the home office no ɛde bill bi kɔdan yɛ houses of parliament being the house of commons and house of lords nti wɔn debate ya na wɔn si ɛwɔ sɛ ɛbɛyɛ mmara nti mmara ɛna moma no yɛ mmara ɛna ɔhene no nso de ne royal assent ɛsi so nti efiri ɛnɛ kɔ nyinaa no ɛyɛ mmara a yɛbɛtumi ayi nso ɛwɔ kurom ha no mo maame nkan kakra about the act na ɔsi the new act brings together vital new measures to protect the British public, modernize counter-espionage laws, and address the evolving threats to our national security. Because your national security, your bam bono, and who here party, and no, and no more de parliament, or maji approval, amana bayemra, and ma in penny four, penina or dano, security minister, and MI5 in penny four betimia, develop strategy beer, any enemies be a person more attack no, they can counter attack, especially assassination, sabotage, and foreign interference into UK policies and UK security. No, they say to me because especially say Russia for and the main I say Russia remains the most acute threat to the UK's security. Nti ama I was almost omuniyoma yie say na be ya in case veshi bi fi Russia eba UK a yetumi aso ano enya no nko almost say ebiom so through we have seen interference with China including to communities here in the UK. Iran has made concerted efforts to kill or kidnap British or UK-based individuals. Indeed, these are the things Imran Momu etimi interfere with it. Inti omunim say China for ni Iran omo so akwa trade to UK. No so no ama omo so akwaje to me free parliament in case omo try be funny they can counter attack. Inti ama security minister any Japan see we are facing growing threat from foreign states over the past years. We've seen attempts to harm our people, damage our economy, and undermine our democracy. Iran's recent attempt to kidnap or kill people living in the UK are beyond contempt and a fundamental violation of our sovereignty. Into the National Security Act provides the tools to expose this type of activity and hold those responsible to account. That's the main reason. That's the National Security Parliament pass here or Mudibe issue. Into these all things, then the Director General of MI5, or also the NSA, see we face state adversaries who operate at scale and who are not squeamish about the tactics they deploy to target people and businesses in the UK. Inti ama omusu nyina no ehun ada ho se e wo se omuye ahweye inti wo see the National Security Act is a game changing update to our powers. We now have a modern set of laws to tackle today's threat.
Wow.
Inti that shows they are doing something to protect us. Fancy here another update me pe say ye share so and say I don't know say bia you can last week a High Court reject challenges to EU settlement scheme dependency rules for children. You can and I am ma minti un or say the child of a EU national is only entitled to stay in the UK after Brexit if they are under 21 or dependent on their parents. The High Court has held in reaching this conclusion. Inti who had the case a friend R on the application of Ali versus the Secretary of State for the Home Department 2023 citation here HEWHC 1615 admin sir almost say judgment and say that child of an EU national is only entitled to stay in the UK after Brexit if they are under 21 or dependent on their parents.
Wow.
And that tells you how the law is developing, how the interpretation of the law is coming out as a result of this case. Call another update before say beboa your community. EFA say no right to face legal advice in detention.
What?
Miss Ankebio.
Lawyer Bacho repeat.
I say no right to face legal advice in detention. Mami
no right to face legal advice.
Legal advice in detention. A chair say a detain wa. Unya sa all right na first na nanka lawyer bet me asra no waka a dinkita ho about and answer obema advice about detention no. Sa fa hudie no eni hobio.
Hey, lawyer Nana, how would you communicate with your lawyer?
According to the case which was judged at the Court of Appeal, R on the application of SPM versus the Secretary of State for the Home Department 2023. Because they say SPM was held at Detention Removal Center in early 2022. Instead of saying Kobenya legal advice, face to face, there be. But court in the opinion, but I feel say this is not the end of this matter. Because it can go as far as Supreme Court say, detainee no right say obey to me any contact any lawyer. And no dear. And toss you cry.
And sometimes lawyer Adam and Tiasiu. Krumwa for a mostly human right. No more mutimi shem rebisia. Now say human life, can say human right, you know, a been a modi dada nipo. Say, be that detention out to me, ever shem say, untimina face to face contact with the lawyer.
Well, I was I know that I may can say, normally, no way you are, and no performance to train a ban. Because human rights, say my culture say a free breast no. Or more bad basis human rights now could be a friend of Bill of Rights. Bill of Rights and it's mostly who farm with you know, you be Jeffrey same. Yeah.
Hey, several people.
These are also a starting bar. These are the things challenges are a free mover. Because look at you, say you detail me now me lawyer Babek, Shamina or Jim and Noasema. Look at you, say only me have face to face contact. How?
So how do they want you to communicate with your lawyer?
Maybe by phone
only on
or
phone.
Maybe what? I don't know how they want. But say on America, this is not the end of this case.
Okay.
Definitely, it will go up to the Supreme Court because it's in the Court of Appeal. The next stage is it was permission before you go to the Supreme Court. In the why?
Okay.
Yo, yeah, share your last update. Maybe say so. I don't know. Say last 2 weeks you can once say UK court a ruling say Rwanda isn't a safe place to send refugees. No, okay.
Hey, debut lawyer.
Oh,
yaka Rwanda no asem, but sika abani tuama omo.
Yes.
Any the additional sika ombenya per head. Any yaka ho asem.
Oh,
but
okay.
yanka say a court to be a judge say I will say it's not a safe place. Any day yanka.
Oh, it came
I think that is the best news.
Yeah,
that's the best news.
Appeared last week regarding Court of Appeal. Oh, I think sir, come once remember Home Secretary see obey appeal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It came as in the Home Secretary Home Office omudin kuku. Because somebody I didn't call Court of Appeal and omudin kuku and omso maybe appeal to Supreme Court. The repatriation of asylum seekers omuba yediombe ko Rwanda no. So because of that na ama still no omuntimi for omunko ye no.
Yeah. But I think so.
Court of Appeal.
Yeah.
Still no omufu say Rwanda is safe was say yede asylum seekers ekoho near Kopa says so man san yede omaba UK.
Okay.
And a Court of Appeal a judge said no. Rwanda ain't safe place. I was here the omoko.
Thank God.
It more reasons are more kind. More reasons they saying about 5 of them. When we say asylum interviews are conducted in a brief and perfunctory manner, which could prevent a person from being able to fully explain their cases. And no need as such as asylum interview Rwanda. In Kofono, ebe Brazil nyoma bebre so a omo nya butre enko into details.
Yeah.
In this case, they don't think it's safe for them to take asylum seekers to Rwanda to be interviewed and that kind of thing. One. And we said now, so say Rwanda's committee to determine refugee status does not allow lawyers to make arguments on behalf of a person to help explain why they should be granted asylum. Where lies the human right, Lawyer will defend the asylum seeker, no? Oh, man, the crime money defend here. Now unkwano what take it one side na dia. This is not the
Right.
true picture of what asylum should have been.
Yeah, I think so. Judge, yeah, dear. Your boy and some man.
Yo, and the
Abusia.
third one is almost say local non-governmental organizations do not have capacity to provide asylum seekers with legal assistance throughout the processing. Sir, NGOs are more Rwanda, no? Because UK have more NGOs are make me a fighting amount. Oh yeah. Inti omo hwe
Okay.
Rwanda ebi ni ho a omo ye competent enough for mbe fight ama asylum seeker no. Ebi asylum
Okay.
seeker ni miska obefa lawyer.
All
Yeah,
right.
inti I know one of the reasons
Right.
that judge is omo gina so. And the fourth one is Rwandan officials deciding applications do not have sufficient scale and experience to make reliable decisions, partly due to a lack of effective training.
Okay.
Because Rwanda's officials know that Ombeki said, okay, you deserve asylum in UK, so I was here to call. But some of them,
Okay.
yes, they are not equipped. They haven't got sufficient skills. Omuni mindia, omuni be yes our decision.
All right.
And then lastly, judges in Rwanda may be susceptible to political influence and reluctant to overturn decisions, not to grant asylum.
Wow.
But Usha when omo research into omo kasa
Yeah. I think there is a well-researched sort of.
because they realize and then because
You're listening
they
to
know
the best
maybe the judges can be influenced by the politicians over there.
We are online 24.
And I'm making a way with Oma Hubi, Oma Tibi, Oma Hudi Eko Suntina, Modis Adi Wayina. If I think the UK government feels that what they are saying is wrong, they should challenge them in the Supreme Court.
Right. Yeah, after the Court of Appeal, then the next is the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Right. Yo, it's here for an update Kesiepa Aba. And I think say Ghana I think say I'm from Funy Ayeti. Say someone amote say if you can see no almost asylum seekers or mo do ombeko Rwanda. Nti you could do Rwanda ho na akwa you appeal na ye court you case. Wow, sha ani se na nya asem papa. Na lawyer my update say sa asem no the Court of Appeal. Home Office rule or more at the court appeal. First, can't say in judgment, it didn't go their way. They sent it to the Court of Appeal. And I am in charge, the Court of Appeal judge, so I judge said, Rwanda is not a safe place for asylum seekers, for processing asylum seekers. It did mean say the Court of Appeal no bought Home Office for appeal nagu, which means say Home Office for or more edincho or more defo. Inti saa Rwanda no sani asa me no ka say die emma so until say fikisiem esa the court appeal bi mu at the court Supreme Court and hona yebehu nia ebeko akosi enti we will count our blessings one by one enti ne let's rejoice say Home Office omodi efo ewo Rwanda case no. Yo, and I will update it almost half of the time. At here for Miss Roshan, so this is free legal hour. So, any legal and crata some question via Bisanisi, call the number at the top of your screen. Whether I say our some crata some bibia or pibia for free. After program media, it's not free. After programming, you have to book appointment with lawyer for consultation. Now I got Nancy Wisemart from office for Nanya Bibia who be a maka. Better no de free. Said when you baby free ni baby see ya me no heka say. Free number no on your screen bisa question bia lawyer wa ha obeyi ano ama wo. Joe, and topic I discuss here, British citizenship by naturalization. Maybe a chamu in chair bebre. Na be one ma oh, when you're an indefinite or no atona dream. When the citizen here then say indefinite meeting me a qua near ye. And never bre and shada munisa. Nanso so no abusia. Said the near my corner and say no. Miss Rowe. So good indefinite I say our advisor you go ahead and pursue the citizenship because through this program I will say so good indefinite cra no ne say we need citizenship a kyerɛ sɛ den we foreigner tinie pa ana lawyer mboa so good indefinite aha we foreigner we foreign citizen. Ukodi boni bi amka say we foreign criminal. Enti indefinite nyane ni tipa ne ayi citizenship o. Enti abusua wo akwanya bia dia I pursue it na emwa. Yo until lawyer ya sha ase no. Ya hwa emraban na govern this citizenship in general and then citizenship by naturalization.
Yo, UK MRA govern citizenship by naturalization British Nationality Act 1981. And on sa MRA na omode ehwe decide say why na yema no emeye British? Why na yema no naturalize as a British? It does MRA etimi eka say we are who apply a obey British ni say and ye pay for in order for us to make you a British citizen. Inti bibiano was documented in that British Nationality Act 1981. Why?
All right. Yo, lawyer medasi. Na enti sa e kan say emra wabosui after Brexit ensesai bia mem ana de tianete.
Yo, after Brexit, kakra bem, but only amendment ma make it to cater for EU for omumma ye wo mo wa hanom. Because I think just recently make be by regarding EU for ma wo mo e wa hanom. Because for all you know, no, yeah, now we also want to know their stand in terms of say after Brexit, or a EU near no war ewo krom ha there bang in the war emma ne mano. Inti just omoye clarification about say still no ha na uwa se umpese uba no beye corona official as EU national ubetumi ebedu ona waye EU settlement scheme bibia wanya we indefinite unya no ansana owo uba na automatically no by section 13 of the British Nationality Act 1981 no akola no obetumi akola ne ye British ni enya afei na obe register akola no it does insisaya omode ba ya ama sese first na yesuro se yiyu ni ewu okrom a debe no benya ama ne ba no in this case they look at it changes no they have to go in conformity with Emrana Asisano and I said changes or Moyano because they been said the British Nationality Regularization of Past Practices Act 2023 came into force on 29th of June 2023. Or say it inserts a new section 50B into the British Nationality Act 1981. So I say section 50B definitively and retrospectively confirms the British nationality status of all children born in the UK between 1st of January 1983 and 1st of October 2000 to an EU citizen parent who was exercising free movement in the UK at the time of their child's birth. Into they do the law to say and create vacuum no or filling it up.
All right.
In such a way, say, yen ka say, na EU for mabewu kroma no munya nkrata ma omumba. There be. But then boils down, say, oh, that situation, the best way is say you need to seek legal advice.
Okay. Your lawyer from programming the Accra Messian say citizenship by naturalization in the after say when you have indefinite leave and I'll be to me apply for that. Ain't a honor from indefinite leave to citizenship no. So when you have indefinite leave now, can you apply for citizenship straight away? And do you have to wait for some time? How is the situation?
Yo, sir, who person would naturalize it as a British citizen or say if you are at least 18 years old, have been granted indefinite leave to remain, or have acquired the right of permanent resident in the UK, you may be eligible to apply for British citizenship by naturalization. In order to be naturalized as a British citizen, you would need to meet certain statutory criteria with regards to your immigration status, length of residence in the UK, future intentions, knowledge of the English language and life in the UK, and good character.
Wow.
The requirements for British citizenship by naturalization vary slightly depending on whether you are married to a British citizen or not. In the back to question, so people saw naturalize here. Worry British in here now, worry British in here.
Okay.
And no, and affairs you better assess a free. So what worry British in here? On second we indefinite now straight to bet me naturalize it.
That's a hono.
Yo, and I say, oh, worry
differentiation be bemo.
Don't worry British in here. When you indefinite now, so we train for 12 months or 1 year and then one naturalize it as a British.
Okay.
It is a one is any difference now.
Yeah. That is one advantage of Zobaware British. And India Uzaka indefinite na straight away.
Yeah.
Yo.
Right. Be unworried British name.
Okay.
In this case, we're trained for 1 year. Now before our train, when you're the indefinite, dada. It could be under immigration rules. It could be under EU settlement.
Okay.
To when you say indefinite now, worry British now, we train for 1 year.
1 year.
Train, these are the requirements. Or see, you were in UK on the day 5 years before the date of your application. Into your application here, but now see making sure say when the 5 years for UK have plus 1 year, 6 years. And so you have not been absent from the UK for more than 450 days during the intervening 5-year period.
Wow.
Until worry British in here, accessing residency requirement now. Every year, you shouldn't be outside UK for more than 6 months. Into times 5 will be 450 days. But there is exception.
Okay.
Because I'm sure COVID here by and Mobi Kotina outside for more than 6 months. Yeah, sure, yeah, can you pay Muno person British name. But because of that, no Rosa or Kodikotuma ebe revision under the residency requirement. But who lawyer you bet me argue with an exception. Sir, something was beyond your control. I.e., natural disaster. I've been saying comedy.
All right.
I've been so uko school or foreign country. I've been so
right.
Wako nyim or Krobiso na abeso war on. Yeah, and there are so many reasons. We are army officer. You transfer to peacekeeping. You are more than that side over there. We are for the crown services.
Right.
And these are the things we can use to get an exemption from by meeting the residency requirement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other one is you have not been in the UK in breach of the immigration laws at any time during that 5-year period. When your criminal record it falls under the good character requirement.
Wow.
Yo, and you have not been absent from the UK for more than 90 days now, during the 12-month period immediately preceding the date of your application. Into what train, when you're indefinite now, what train for 1 year no?
12 months and 1 year.
So 1 year no, they are expecting you to free coma for more than 90 days.
Okay.
And also, you are not subject to any limit on the period for which you may remain in the UK and have not been subject to any such time limit at any time during the 12-month period immediately preceding the date of your application. This now boils down to say, at that time, no now indefinite, you have no time limit in your stay at the that means what acquire indefinite, what acquire permanent, settled status. And you are of good character. When your criminal record be for, you have sufficient knowledge of the English.
Wow.
Your intentions are that if your application is successful, your home or principal home will be in the UK.
Okay.
Usuban and I say why drain say your mommy naturalization now. Hana me de mi crew. UK and I'm de mi crew.
Be your domicile.
Yes.
Okay. Domicile.
I don't want to use that word. Why?
Betimi aje wo inheritance tax.
Yeah.
It's a what the higher domicile.
Sir, don't worry, British in
okay.
But don't worry, British in here. And also requirements in the saying. It been saying. Sir, you were in the UK on the day 3 years before the date of your application. Because British in here, I'm going to 5 years, 3 years, and I'm going to access you.
Okay.
And the beyond, so you have not been absent from the UK for more than 270 days. Because of 3 years, 1993, ASA 270.
Okay.
And the beyond, so you have not been in UK in breach of the immigration laws. When your criminal record you have not been absent from the UK for more than 90 days during the 12-month period. And you are not subject to time limit on the period for which you may remain in the UK. I will say we have indefinite answer. And now settlement. And you are of good character.
Right.
You have
Right.
sufficient knowledge of the English. Mame Faba Kunkahu, you have to pass the life in UK test.
Wow. Hey, said near man does no.
Yeah, in the life in UK test, and also no, you were exemption.
Okay.
Exemption is we are less than 18 now, you don't need to take that one. We are
Okay.
above 65, you don't need to take that one.
Okay. Above 65.
And
Okay.
if you
All
have
right.
a disability, you don't need to
Okay.
do that. But this
Right.
disability has to be assessed by a consultant. It doesn't mean you have to go to your GP. GP, my dream letter to cover that. There be because GP assessment, consultant assessment need totally different.
Okay.
So they always need an consultant assessment rather than your GP assessment. Mostly, GP never refer to a consultant. That's how it works.
Broadcasting live worldwide.
Right. Yo, lawyer, that's an inchichirimu. Na net topic no dey. I don't think so be a bit maybe. Now, me share Facebook messages be about Ohene Kwame or say this is typical home office. They keep wasting taxpayers' money, and this decision still won't stop them wasting taxpayers' money in this country. Ohene Kwame, me know ya adwin because now even some Rwanda no kura money in the first place. The main tiase. What you man who process who near my was it? Yen you among kogu baby. Anyway, yo, and Frank Kujo was a Ohene Kwame very very educative program by all standard. I'm learning something from it. Frank Kujo is from Ghana. I was with legal matters. Wow. John Broby. I say, good evening, lawyer. Listening to you live, and thanks for your advice. God bless you. Yo,
Amen.
I think, sir, I here, and update. In fact, Rwanda update no tiama many abusiafo because there omo you know, omo person omo tiatia kondufo fa ahudi so, which is mfakwemu kra. Yo, lawyer, you mentioned the good character requirement for British citizenship. We are here. Na sa question you may tell bisa. And you na we are you can say you are not of good character. For instance, me manya a speed ticket. A traffic a manya bi wahada. Eno no we count to. See you jump red light. Na ya mount akofa one way. Near mount ticket. Parking fine. Sa nema no account against your good character.
And no, sir, your man, as minor offenses. But when it comes to naturalization, you need to declare them. Because good character guidance, introduce you here. It's not really a law, but the good character, requirement, assessing your and it's not like I say this contains a non-exhaustive list of conduct that will mean that an applicant is not of good character, including criminality, terrorism, financial soundness. Obi beka say financial soundness ye day. Mami chemu wa financial soundness say wo na wo sika wontimi enhwe so yie na ukọ bankruptcy they can use against you. So who run the company? Now company as a director, you're not able to manage it and you take the company into liquidation. Make a liquidation accounting terms, what I say. So they can use against you
Yeah.
because you are the director manager of the company. You are not competent enough. Obi beka say na we dey say mfa a home office ho.
Lawyer na asepa okay na atwe madwene ko si asemi so. This week ya
soundness.
This week ya madam for alatani bi na oni me share say obi ema no no as a referee so on countersign the bar application for British passport.
Yeah.
And now what didn't share so they call. Was na when ya message be from Experience. No credit from Experience.
Okay.
Credit reference agency Experience. Say home a passport office for no abaye credit search.
Yes.
And I'm na and also the lawyer and I'm home bang.
Yeah.
Or no na or prove say why they or verify this the identity of the Nipano. Passport office for no akwaye no credit search.
My
what?
Why am yes
okay.
Ama even lawyers no referees to amount for we need to be very, very careful. Because the entire America say your colleague be waka. One nipa no inti busa nipa no asem when to me anka and aka say you're dishonest. So you see how a land day adeno. Inti sauba lawyer me referee na mabusa me pa cho nipa na pese me referee me ni na o si there be ba na minimum and I'm saying and yeah, because they are straight about certain things. They send us, if so we are referee, you best sending information there to talk about the person. Oh, there are a lot of things. In the end, show how our good character requirements. Or they call guidance now. Or the you can't say or more case worker say. Some more say good character requirement under the nationality application. These are the things I was say go through no motion.
Go through.
I was so checks about Nipano in terms of saying criminal record.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because nobody feel say but the funny thing is the best way is declare it. Anytime offenses be our committee, now a major one always declare it. Even a major or minor, declare it.
Wow.
Because when declare, if they are going to find out, they use
that against you and dishonesty.
Under the immigration rules, Part 9 said, so who didn't try dishonesty a part of refusal, a part of punishment that was on the mount. Who woman case worker na koshe who background who say wedding tour. Into woman adwuma na ye in such a way say or make a decision now or make say or call check ye no who say wedding tour baby.
Which one throw?
Into on that note no may use against who. Sir, in Toronto, at the Cassia, you may use to consider.
And Troy be.
Oh, and that tells you, and I'm a boy, there are so many things involved in this character, no? And they are always.
I think, sir, Sunson and they say Nipa Sunson who
yes, that would be the best word they say we use it. Because Chroma,
Sunson,
Nipa, Nipa. Definitely, you ain't me can say in your body, and I say ain't me can say committee any offenses and that. Because those offenses now serious ones or more serious ones or more minor ones they can get away with it. Even what sentence,
Right.
what simple sentence, let them know. And it's so easy, say they can go and find out. But you don't know, say they are going to find out.
Right.
For applications, that why I check 3 to 6 months now, no, they are doing a background check on you. But you don't know.
Right. Ebusiafo point baako pa a ɛsɛ ɛhyɛ ne nso. Ɛne say no wɔn checking nneɛma papapapa enti especially sɛ bia ɛba ayi saa ayi even passport obi kɔyɛ ne British passport application no ɔsi oh sign mami you know as a referee and I say whatever na yeah please hyɛ ne nso you have to get every detail about the person. You have to know it because they say omba frel ebisao. You may be surprised. Maybe I won't be shame. Omba frel time be oni na so na you be chow some small interview on my one share. And the entire ekasa say one to me answer those questions na. That means say won so no e bia wo de wo ho koto asem in the sense say e kire say wo twantro because form no wo sign no wa confirm say I dey say wa swear affidavit and oath senior eja Mr. Jechi Kwesin ko swear oath electoral commission is here the national court no the same thing what sign say wonim nipa no la afei obi a onim no wadi nsisi onim afei omofra obisa wa woto papa so na yes wadi ntro na entro die no so no it could be criminal and a lawyer
No,
criminal offense so ahu na no ebeda o record so ti abusuafo esramo yenhwe ni ye pa so obi sesan ma mesaya mesro ma know the person every detail ebinya kra nka sa application form details bi also be a normal copy intine omfrɛ wa na watwe ato anim na ombisa na also oyi ano lawyer ene topic ni de ye beto aso next week na me wo question mienu bi am bese mbisa na
Berlin question
nana me nko hoyi na what do you move me Facebook we sometimes yana updating them intimi say me network na ma me nko ho na me nko ready nana Berlin Berlin there na say yo right okay nana Berlin the question ni or say hi lawyer please I got one question. I switched from 10 years route as parent into 5 years parent route in 2018. I was granted leave to remain under 5 years parent route, which was granted on 14 February 2019. That was my first 2.5 thought. And I renewed and I renewed it in 2021 and granted in 2022. Now, my question is, when am I due for indefinite leave to remain? Is it 14 February 2024 or 2025? Because my current leave expires 2025. Thanks. Lawyer Mpacho
Imudaho. Sir, we first live near 2019. I would the 5 come my best in 2024. It would me prove that when the 5 years, but remember, that's what you are going for, indefinite leave to remain.
Okay.
Yeah. Nana, indeed, that's how it should be. 2024. No. Do we have date now? First now, the month 2019. No account to 5 years.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yo, I think said no question no emutao. Or hine kwame or say hello DJ. please, can lawyer throw a little light on some of the offenses the Home Office deem as minor? What are some of the offenses that Home Office considered to be minor offenses? And I suppose he's talking about
good character,
the good behavior, good character.
Yeah, you can say it is a whole 1 hour or 2 hours a year. Next week we will talk about that. Next week you continue with it and the good character. No, now you throw more light on that because good character is a topic on its own. Man can't have boy. And yeah, fair now. We were fan about na ma Debbie. I was saying for offense, na maka sentence na maka de ho zizanso a be affect wo application. Why?
But me example me my any day say no can say or jump traffic light.
Yeah, e come yeah. Why?
Nah, shoplifting.
Rest assured, next week we will deal with it.
Next week,
I say the time I catch it. Hopefully,
right.
We hope to see you
next week. I Sambra back na biti. Your lawyer until you there wrap up mind. Wisemart for nema hodo amoye and na atifu will be here more. Abubuku appointment for consultation. Apart from Nkrata 7.
I observe the contact in the screen so.
Yeah. And contact telephone numbers no T4 is on your screens now. You can contact them on it. Lawyer, yeah.
Yo,
Ade ahodo amoye.
Yo, that's DJ KB said that's what so mu ama edwumadi no eba ewiye. Yeah, Wisemart Solicitors, into immigration law, and a nationality as well. So, a person will naturalize as a British, and I say, register back as a British citizen. You bet to me abwao. And no civil litigation, man so train, and a biomus family law, in terms of child arrangement order, ancillary relief. Occupation order ne nasifo ni nyina no obana be hu ye be assess case na ya show how to go about it. Say yes so we will go ahead instruct us or instruct beka they say we nyina if agreement is agreement we go by it and we proceed with your case. And employment law as well. We advise, and even if you want us to take it up, we can also do that. Ebia one employer relationship be a cost when in jail or employer kakrabia or should disciplinary. Kakrabia or say usika no mitria we mitria ni say. All these things, you bet to me any employer no action a man soon. And lastly, Ghanaian customary law. We need to advise people about how your warrior is sitting. Because a family na who's a home office to me catch say for say my warrior no a marriage of convenience in demo a sham marriage. Now and be a home office wouldn't Ghana na waba be say ye mra amaye efa ya warrior send the city. It is a home office home office this hard in a deal no brabe hu because enye or no na ehye ya mbari mayen your authorities for Ghana in charge of that because yen to me mekanche home office mawari enye munye mi say to on that note home office di be deal no brabe hu because under the case law of CB Brazil no say our free krobi so authorities no more honor dia tumu no baby adi beko bia wo so omuji tumu.
Okay.
That tells you say what follow due procedure there ye wa warrior and your home office na beka cho say warrior we and enye into on that note any contact who pay any issues about legalities at least DJ KB there to screen so who bet me take screenshot any address any contact phone number na who fryer who book appointment e beje o kama na your tier wasem near advise you the way forward. Why? Yo, DJ KB,
Yo,
that's it, a biom.
yeah,
What's
that's
my
it. You know
solicitors?
what I
We
mean?
are here.
Yo, yeah, that's it, pa, lawyer. I T for more numbers, Negusono. Unit, my address, Unit 8 to 9, the print house. I Okoha, Obenya Womo. My main, Unit 8 to 9, the print house. 18 to 22, Ashwin Street, Dalston, London. E8 3 Delta Lima. That is Echo 8 3 Delta Lima. My telephone number is 0208 016 5384. That is 0208 016 5384. From on these numbers are on wow. Now, Obuku appointment for consultation. I said I mentioned say no the 1 hour has ended. Inti question one for now here lawyer Mwabia Bima. You have to call them and book appointment for consultation. By suddenly you unim say you free. I free time no I say open another free time and next week same time tune in Top Online Radio UK. You can watch us Facebook, YouTube, and also online. Go to our website toponlinestation.com and download our free mobile app. Mobile app no free. You just go to our website toponlinestation.com and download it, or you can go to the App Store or the Play Store and search for Top Online Radio UK. Say, UK ha na uhia accountant any certified accountant, Ghana for accountant or more UK ha or more a crado. The uhia bia so be a business. I set up a limited company. I say opese set up a charity. Say juma uhia payroll to pay your staff. Now, maybe a can't payroll and nipa benefit say just be a company in Kwana uhia payroll. No. You can be a sole trader, self-employed or business. But so staff so to moka na eko enkrata mu, you will need payroll as well. Enti so here sadana get in touch with Certified Accountant Limited or more UK ya. And say more a charity. Sadly we in fact I was surprised to hear say some people don't know say charity. So charity UK ha. Abai it yes can be charity no. Nifa bring him I was surprised. Come charity be your chroma menene din koma. I said no, they don't know. I said wow. Say donations are a beba charity no no. Abano ehwe ho emamo about 25% of that money back to the charity. For instance, maybe in the whole year no donations aba charity num £1,000. Aban bema charity no £250 addition. That is free money from the government coming to the charity. And on your friend gift aid. Ain't you no certified accountant or more so what be what charity necessary register and you don't even need to be registered with Charities Commission. With their fresh certified accountants how to go about it. They will also make the claim for you. If you want to register a charity, a business, get in touch with them. And you bet here one message from Certified Accountant, and then we will bring you the Incredibles. Don't go away.
Who is going to do my account and tax returns for me, crap? Certified accountant. Certified accountant. Certified accountant. They will help you with your account and tax returns. Are you a minicab driver, hairdresser, shop owner, or self-employed? Certified accountant. And I was also with Japan. And then we say when you will be a wabring accounts and tax returns more. Now bansa so more. Now who you actually? It didn't make a certified accountant at the Yamawo. F accounts and tax return. Company accounts, bookkeeping, payroll services, charity accounts, and gift aid claim. As of for what 20 open interest certified accountants, self tax planning, business advice, company registration, and many more. Integration with Chirakwan, company, what you casa. Now what the hotel babro, what is the Capudio Babro no Bushia. Certified accountant. Say about transfer from the dia. What 20 construction workers, agency workers, relief security workers, bank nursing staff, and then we are Juma, our temporary workplaces in India, Monfrano, no one is a Capudio Mama. But the Yamada Kran say, HMRC4 at the Cabra work, what you move out, it came, and yes, as well, what is so cry.
Address 335 to 351 Raynham Road South, Dagenham, RM10 8QR.
Telephone 0208 226 4933. Mobile 079 568 045 17. Certified accountant. Mehumba mehua chame. Mudim puntio abba meduma yume. Who is going to do my account and tax returns for me, cry? Certified accountant. Certified accountant. Certified accountant. They will help you with your account and tax returns. Are you a minicab driver, hairdresser, shop owner, or self-employed? Certified accountant. And I was also with Japan. And then we say when you will be a wabring accounts and tax returns more. Now bansa so more. Now who you actually? It didn't make a certified accountant at the Yamawo. F accounts and tax return. Company accounts, bookkeeping, payroll services, charity accounts, and gift aid claim. As of for what 20 open interest certified accountants, self tax planning, business advice, company registration, and many more. Integration with Chirakwan, company, what you casa. Now what the hotel babro, what is the Capudio Babro no Bushia. Certified accountant. Say about transfer from the dia. What 20 construction workers, agency workers, relief security workers, bank nursing staff, and then we are Juma, our temporary workplaces in India, Monfrano, no one is a Capudio Mama. But the Yamada Kran say HMRC4 at the Cabra work, what you move out, it came, and yes, as well, what is so cry.
Address 335 to 351 Raynham Road South, Dagenham, RM10 8QR.
Telephone 0208 226 4933. Mobile 079 568 045 17. Certified accountant. Mehumba mehua chame. Mudim puntio abba meduma yume.
This is Top Online Radio UK, the top Ghanaian radio station in the UK. Hailing from the eastern corridors of London, we bring you news, views, music, interviews, trending issues, and what have you. Tune in to us 24/7 on our free mobile radio app. Download our free app from the Play Store and the App Store. Just search for Top Online Radio UK. Download the free mobile app and tune in to us 24/7. We stream our programs live on Facebook and YouTube. Just find us on YouTube and Facebook by searching for Top Online Radio UK. We welcome your views, comments, critiques, suggestions, etc. Just get in touch on our station line 079 029 44398. That's 079 029 44398. If you are interested in working with us as a radio presenter, a radio host, or a radio panelist, do get in touch and and let's talk. Call us on 079 029 44398. If you want to advertise on our radio, just get in touch and let's talk. 079 029 44398. If you want to sponsor any of our programs, get in touch and let's talk. Top Online Radio UK, the top Ghanaian radio station in the UK.
Friends and family, it's Incredible Mabna.
An incredible, yeah.
He's confused because we've changed the name now, but obviously individually we are Incredible Mabna and Incredible Yao. And I'm happy to say that we finally landed on a name.
Yeah.
So we are now Ed Dan Studios.
Fantastic.
Ed Dan Studios because I'm Edna and my lovely husband is Daniel. So Ed Dan Studios. Oh no, not studios.
Wow.
Ed Dan Podcast.
So yeah. there's also a dance studio.
Yeah,
so.
you can check us out on Instagram, Ed Dan Studios on Instagram. That's a different thing. But yes, we're excited to come your way again today.
Yeah.
Today's topic stems from a certain saga that is going on in our home country, Ghana. About, I don't want to go into it. I don't want to mention names, but we want to talk about what information is too much to share before marriage and in marriage.
Yeah, it's very important. Yeah, so I think this is a very, very important aspect of every relationship. Right. Not even in marriage. I mean, as we discuss it, as we go along, we might be placing emphasis on marriage, but I think that it cuts across.
All right.
Yeah, people in relationship, because especially when I say relationship, I want to qualify. I want to be very specific. A promising relationship, which means a relationship
leading
that
to marriage.
Eventually, I won't sit here and encourage people to be in a relationship that will not lead to marriage. But that's my own opinion anyway. So basically, a relationship leading to marriage,
right? And
the sort of information that has to be shared amongst the individuals within the relationship.
So my first question to you, babe, is if you're getting to know someone, you're not married, must you share every bit of information about yourself, what you've been through, where you have been, what your aspirations are? Must you share these?
I would say no.
Right.
The reason being that, first of all, there's a boundary. And what's the boundary? The boundary there's a well-defined thing that you're entering in. So that could either be a relationship, it could either be a marriage. So the thing is, why would you be sharing something that has no relevance to what you're entering into?
Okay.
So I will start by saying, and to be very honest, and to be just so you don't get it twisted, this is just the beginning. When I say relevance, it's very subjective and it could be very broad. However, I will encourage that in every relationship, in every marriage, that obligation is placed on both individuals to share every information that they deem and they know. They very, very much know that is relevant to the relationship or marriage. And I'll be talking about this as we delve deep or as we go along. Yeah.
My point, I wouldn't advise or encourage anybody to share every single thing about themselves in a relationship, because in as much as both of you agree that we will eventually get married, you don't know if it's going to happen or not.
Yes, but then
what if
on the flip side,
right,
you withholding information that might be relevant or might play a crucial role or might make a difference? For someone to make a decision or choose you as a spouse,
right,
there has to be some pointers.
Right.
And one of the pointers or cardinal points might be an information you share with them.
So, like, babe, if my genotype is going to be a problem,
Yeah.
if I share that with you, I don't see how that's going to affect me negatively. I wouldn't mind sharing that. But if there are certain things that, if the relationship does not move on to marriage, you could, like, it's something I wouldn't want anybody to know.
Well, you'd be doing a great disservice to.
Meet Grammarly Go, your go-to solution for getting quality work done quickly.
Ready for the big picture today?
The partner, because especially when it comes to, I think biologically, when it comes to the human body, you need to be very open to the person you're getting married to.
Right.
For instance, if you're a man and you have issues with your sex organ or whatever, you need to open up. If you're a woman and probably you might have done an abortion some time ago and it's probably had an effect on your ability to conceive in the womb, you have to let the person know.
Even though you're not married.
Even though you're not married, because you know very well.
But what if you tell that person and maybe to them it's not even a problem, but for some reason you don't get married? Then what?
Then that person doesn't love you.
No, that's not the reason why they're leaving you.
What's the reason?
Okay, the relationship just didn't work. Then they're just gonna,
use it against you.
Telling people about you.
Yeah, but what if you marry?
If
and then you have that thing on you with you.
No, so what I was going to say is,
okay,
if you get to the point where you think this is serious, this looks like he has intentions. You can see, like, we're getting to that point where we actually will get married. Then you can bring it up, and then if he doesn't want to, I don't know if it will be too late at that point.
No, on that note, then I agree with you. As long as that very piece of information is disclosed before you enter into marriage, I'm not too perturbed about the time scale as to when and what time. But as long as you don't withhold, till you enter the marriage, or it could even be 3 days to the wedding or whatever, you tell the person you've done your job.
Funny enough, the example you used about the abortion thing. I am thinking, okay, so what if this abortion you're talking about did not affect, to the best of this person's knowledge, did not affect her womb or whatever?
I like this question.
Or even the man that has done an abortion with another woman. It has nothing to do with this new woman. It's his past.
I like this question.
How is that related to you?
Good. The reason I like this question, if you remember my opening remarks or my introductory statement, I said that I placed emphasis on relevance.
Right.
So if at that point you know that you've done something in the past, but medically you don't have any issues, you can conceive, especially a woman, then there's no need telling your spouse or whoever you're going to settle with, because it's not relevant.
Right.
It only becomes relevant when you know doctors have declared that, look, because of this abortion you've done, then you have to open up.
Definitely, I do agree with that. So what are some of the things that you think that couples should disclose to each other before they both agree to marry?
Yeah. I'll start with spirituality.
Okay.
So before you settle with someone, be very sincere with them.
I don't like church things.
Oh, of course, maybe that person is a Christian.
Right.
Because sometimes people pretend.
Right.
Because they see someone they like, they start pretending, they know that, oh no, this person he loves to go to church or she loves to go to church. And they start behaving, they try to come along. But meanwhile, they are not like that.
All right.
It will become a problem because maybe you settle with someone who is very prayerful and you are not used to someone praying. And then it becomes like, why is this man always praying? Why is this woman always praying?
No, but if you're a spiritual person, would you not know that this spouse I'm trying to choose is spiritual?
Oh, to err is human. Even the prophet Samuel almost made a mistake when he had to go and anoint someone to become a king. Okay. God had to prompt him. So as long as we live in this body, we are prone to mistakes. So you, irrespective of how spiritual you are, you could make a mistake.
Right.
So you need to open up and say, look, maybe I think spiritually this is my.
I can see you like
this, but I'm not that
spiritual
type.
stuff. All right.
But I can try. I'm not going to promise you. If you are happy to settle with me, fine. I'll try and come along, but I don't want to. This is me. I am at this
Or
level.
maybe the guy or the lady, whoever is spiritual, can also bring that topic of, look, this is me. I'm a church guy or girl.
Yeah.
This is what I love to do.
Yeah. So are you interested in that?
Yeah.
Because people have married, and especially our church, people have married, and it's like, look, it's like, oh yeah, the one of them says, I'll be going on missions. They'll say, yeah, I'll come with you. As long as they tie the knot, it's like, look, this thing is
To hell with you.
it's
and
too
your missions.
it's too cumbersome, it's too daunting, it's too tedious. I'm going to live in a country where I don't know. I can't, I can't. And meanwhile, you've married, and probably you have a child. That's a problem. So that's the reason I'm starting from that angle.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm using these missions and whatever as an example, but
yeah.
there are a whole lot of examples when it comes to spirituality. As Christians. Yeah, so that's number one.
And I also think that being sincere in that area kind of reduces the kind of stress both of you will be going through, because if I'm going to be pretending like I like church when I don't, and that is what this person likes.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, in the marriage, there's going to be a lot of quarrels around that area.
Yeah.
We're not going to have a lot of peace because it's like, let's go to church, I won't go.
Yeah.
Every day you'll be
That's
fighting
the thing.
around the same thing. So it's better to be sincere right from the
very
start.
Important.
Okay, so second point.
Second point.
Things to disclose before marriage.
It's your body, your framework.
What does that mean?
Good. I'm going to break it down. So you probably might have and this I need to be very specific. You might have a condition.
Right. Okay.
Health-wise, medically, you may have a condition, and that condition might.
Listen, there's a good chance somebody's trying to hack your website right now. You gotta make sure you're covered. I'm talking about enterprise-grade security built into your site and fully managed for you. Check this out. First up, prevention. The Wix platform is secure by design. Security experts are in the dev process, performing threat modeling, penetration tests, and designing code reviews. And you get a strong encryption for your data in transit and data at rest. E-com sites? Wix is compliant with the highest level of PCI DSS. And it doesn't stop there. The top international privacy and security regulations, they're all in place.
Be a type of condition that will probably prevent you from doing certain things when you are married.
Right.
A typical example would be probably having a child, or that medical condition has actually made you a bit disabled. I'm trying to explain it.
Because not all disability is visible. Yeah.
And you're going to be living with someone, and then probably with that kind of medical condition you have, maybe you've been declared that the next 5-10 years or whatever, you need support. I'm trying to create an example. And then the other thing is the blood group.
Right, yeah.
You have to disclose it.
Yeah.
Maybe your blood
nowadays
group,
they do test.
Good, fine. Yeah, so. There might be a whole lot, but the body, your body, you need to talk about it.
If you have any health
you may have some things. Yes. Sometimes it can even be the sex organ. There's an issue with it. You need to talk about it.
All right.
It's entirely up to the other the partner, to say, look, I know, I understand what you're saying. You have this condition, and I promise you, I'm happy to stay
with you.
Then in that sense, like I always say, what we go to do at the altar is not for a joke.
No,
it's not a joke at all.
No,
we go there and exchange vows. Everything you say there is indeed recorded in heaven, and you have to stick to. You need to honor your word. You need to stick to the promises you make on the altar. So that's number 2, your body, isn't it? Number 3.
So we're going to talk about after marriage as well. So you need to be
okay. All right. After marriage, okay. Yeah. So number 3 will be your past relationships.
What do you need?
And
the
here,
person's past relationships
let me come in. Here you have to classify. not everything about your past relationships that you have to disclose.
Right.
But there are certain things about your past relationships that you may have to disclose.
Like
Why?
what?
Because they may be relevant to the marriage.
Like what?
So your exes. I'm trying to not the number of exes you've had,
Right.
but probably not to mention names, but you can say, oh, I've been, you need to let the person know if you've been around the block. Do you understand?
I
Because
don't agree with you.
Well,
You mean the person's body count? Do you know what a body count is?
What is a body count?
Number of sexual intimacies they've had. Like someone will
Oh,
say,
no, that's
my
not what I'm
body
saying.
count
No.
is.
That's what it means. No, that's not what I'm saying.
All right.
So you just have to say that you've been in a relationship, not to give the detailed.
What for? How does that affect the relationship?
Because for all you know, and if something happened in your past relationships, in one of your past relationships, that you know that one of your exes is holding information about you,
like sex tape.
that's good. That is what I'm coming. It might be sexting or any other thing. But you know that this, if I don't disclose it, and later when the person I'm married to finds out,
it's going to be a problem.
good. So let me come again. So that's what I'm saying, that it's not everything about your past relationship. I keep using the word relevant. You know that this very thing will be brought to the fore and can cause problem in my marriage.
Okay.
So I need to let my spouse or my partner know.
So that if it comes up later, it's not a shock.
That information has to be classified. Not every information you share.
Okay.
Good. And what else? Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Would you say that if, say, example, in your family, we're about to get married and there are issues in your family, that's not going to affect me, but like, say you and your siblings have issues, you're not so close, or there's a family debt that you're helping to pay or whatever, are these things you should tell your soon-to-be spouse? And if you do, is that not going to affect how this person sees your family? Because it's like family secrets.
Yeah,
kind of.
it might not be relevant to tell them, but it could also be relevant. How? Especially I was even going to come to finance or putting my financial resources together. It might be relevant to tell them. Why? Because in a situation where you both plan to put your financial resources together, your monies together, and you have a debt to pay.
Right.
If irrespective of you and your siblings paying together, you will also be taking money from your nuclear family, as you and your spouse account, to pay off that debt, to pay your part of the debt. You see, it's the same thing financially. When you come into a marriage, you may have to disclose your financial standing or status.
Okay.
Why? Because you probably gone for a loan from the bank to buy a property, whatever. You're still paying it, and now you've agreed to have a joint account to put your monies together. You have to disclose
What
it.
if you're not doing a joint account?
If you are not doing a joint account, it might
because
be
at the end
relative.
of the day,
it might not be necessary to disclose
I'm paying my bit of whatever contribution I have to do towards the house. You're doing your bit. How do you need to know?
You don't need to, and that I can understand if they decide not to disclose it, because there isn't any that connection in that area of.
I would advise it. The reason I would still advise that is for transparency. There are couples who don't put their money together. They don't have joint accounts, but they are still transparent with each other. So, like, letting this person know so that one time you come back and you're like, oh, can you borrow me this money? Like, they'll be thinking, what do you need that money for? I know how much you earn. Why do you need... So they know, oh, maybe I've run into situations because of this money I'm paying.
This thing you're talking about is very controversial.
Is it?
Yeah, that is the reason why I've always been a great proponent of people putting their resources together in marriage. Because once your resources are not together, the person can have grounds to tell it into your face that, look, there's no justification or there's no moral obligation placed on him to disclose whatever he's using his money for, or whatever debt he has, or whatever. You see, but where there's that commitment, and how does the commitment come about? The commitment comes about when you both agree to put your resources together,
Be
then
transparent.
you're obliged to disclose whatever financial commitment you have.
So we've agreed that before you get married, it is not important to tell your partner your body count, right?
No, that one I don't agree.
It's not necessary.
It's not necessary.
If you've
Because it will even play on your mind later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've indulged in activities, any sexual escapades, or had any not medical conditions, anything that has
sexual encounters
that does not affect or is not going to affect the marriage, there's no need to bring them
because
up.
why would you be telling your wife or husband to be that, look, my ex, he's the only person that I dated 5 men, 5 guys. He's the only person that made me really feel good in bed.
Hey,
and
Kadosh.
helped me to reach orgasm. So,
Kadosh.
I mean, how is it relevant? And then meanwhile, the person you are going to marry to is a novice, and now there will be pressure on him. Hey, it looks like he or she has been around the block, and me too, I'm also a novice.
It's not even about being around the block. Anytime for you to come up with that, it start playing on their mind.
Yeah,
and anytime,
especially when they are inexperienced
or that person lives in close proximity.
Yeah,
when they see that person, they feel like you still have some sort of attachment.
Yeah.
Would it be necessary to show your spouse who your exes are or where?
It will depend.
Right.
Again, like I'll go back to the point I made earlier. If that ex has an important information about you, which they can actually launch as a weapon against your marriage, then it's important you let you.
But how would you even know that they can launch that information? Because maybe, right, babe, something's happened, like the current saga that's going on. This person had an abortion with this lady. They trashed it. Over a decade ago, right?
Yeah.
Nothing's come up. This guy's married, moved on. How was he supposed to know that after over a decade, something like that was going to come up? It's not affecting the current wife in any way.
Well, you cannot tell me that the gentleman involved in this case wasn't aware that the lady was hurt.
But we've seen photos and videos of them together after this whole thing. So you wouldn't know.
No. He knows that the lady was hurt and she wasn't happy about how the whole event unfolded.
So you think in this situation it's important to tell your current spouse some of these things that had happened in your previous life,
especially where you know that
there are
unresolved lingering issues that are lingering. They haven't been put to rest or put to bed. They are still lingering. It could come up.
Especially when this person keeps contacting you like, this thing is still hurting me, let's meet and talk about this, all of that. Okay,
so you should disclose it before you enter into the thing, because that could be tantamount to betrayal
after marriage.
I mean, especially if this lady keeps coming up with stories saying this and that, how do you expect your spouse to feel? But if he had disclosed it, it won't be an issue.
No, I mean after marriage.
Not disclose it after marriage.
No, we're married now. Okay, as a married couple, what are things that should be discussed? What are things that, as they come up, should be known to your spouse? What are family issues, my family issues, your family issues that shouldn't be kept to selves? Because if they come up later, they will be seen as, oh, I'm hurt, I should have known this, you should have told me this, you shouldn't have kept this from me.
So I would just say that the things that have direct bearing, direct association, is like direct. It's like those things they are just you can't separate them.
Right.
It's like no matter what you do, they will come up. So you need to talk about them. But things that you know that they are so irrelevant, they will never come up, and it's not even they will never come up, but they have no direct relevance to the marriage or relationship. So example would be probably you went for a loan before you met your spouse. or this example you give, your extended family, that's your siblings or whatever, you and your siblings collectively went for a loan to buy a property. You finish paying the loan before you met your spouse. There's no need. There's no debt. You finish paying it. Of course, if you are doing joint resources, then you need to tell your spouse you have a property with your siblings.
Okay.
But as to how you got the property,
You don't need
it's
to
not
tell
needed
them.
because it's gone. You finished, it's sorted. You've met a lady, you probably had a sexual encounter or met a man, had a sexual encounter. There was no pregnancy, nothing. You've both moved on. The lady or the man has married. There's no need to disclose it. But where there's been, especially there's been abortion, there's been this, there's been, and I think that when it comes to abortion, I think you should disclose it. And
why should
I beg to
you?
differ on this. And I know I'll be expecting comments from our viewers. And some of you will probably disagree with me, and I'm happy to take comment from you. The reason I'm saying this is that sometimes you might have had an abortion, and probably whoever did it for you didn't tell you that, look, it had an impact or it's affected your womb or whatever. You wouldn't know, and you might be thinking that you're okay, not knowing that you probably might not be able to have children in the future. So when it comes to abortion, I think that if you're a lady who has had abortion before, you need to tell
After marriage.
No, before you enter into the marriage.
We're talking about after marriage.
Oh, now we're after. Sorry. Oh no, after marriage, I wouldn't even advise that. Sorry, all this I thought we were talking before.
We've finished that,
Okay, sorry.
yeah.
So after marriage, no. If you couldn't say it before you enter the marriage, then just keep quiet.
Keep it short.
And hope, pray to God that
it never
doesn't come
comes
out.
up.
Yeah, that's what I see.
So, what are some of the things that
And
should
pray
be?
to God that you'll be able to conceive, because if you are not able to conceive, then it can lead to another thing.
The whole video is not just dwelling on abortion. I know that's what this whole saga is about. But I am thinking, what are some of the things that should be discussed in marriage? Like,
After.
yes, as we're married, what are some of the things that come up that you expect your wife or your husband to discuss with you?
After, I will say, I won't talk about your past relationship should be before. But after, I'll say, wow, that's a very difficult one, because most of the information that you have has to be discussed before.
All right.
From where I sit.
But things happen when after marriage, after you've married, things happen. Things happen.
When you say things happen, what do you mean?
Things occur that your spouse may not be aware of.
Oh yes, yes. For instance,
so I'll give you an example.
Yeah,
So I
understand where you're coming
I
from.
go out and someone is hitting on me. You know, this person is becoming a bother.
Yeah.
They know where I shop. They know where my route to places and stuff. And I feel like I'm not comfortable with this.
Yeah.
It is me this person is pestering.
Yeah.
Is this something I discuss with my spouse?
Yes, you have to discuss it. Once you're married, you have to discuss it.
So that you do what?
No, so that your spouse may not misconstrue any of, if later on they were to make any observations, or they may, if they happen to chance upon you and the other guy, maybe the guy was chasing you or whatever, pestering you as usual, they may not misunderstand the whole thing.
Okay.
And especially, this is a very key area. You see, sometimes when we are married here, we can have chats with the opposite sex. It can be going on for weeks. Even though it might not be anything serious. But once I think that every opposite sex, when you're married, every opposite sex in your life, your spouse should know.
Right.
Yeah, all the friends you have.
But some of these people have been, may have been in your life longer than your spouse
Yes, so you should be able to introduce them.
has been.
Yes, oh babe, I have this friend. Sometimes you might even be chatting, oh babe, this guy, we used to go to school together, whatever. Chat. You see, what I'm trying to say, because you may never know what it could be. For instance, you've been chatting like your lady. You've been exchanging messages with a guy. It's been going on for 8 months. Your spouse knows nothing about it. And this guy you've been talking about, the chat, it's probably leading to something else, but you, the lady, hasn't realized.
Right.
And then randomly drop a message which your spouse happened to see, especially with WhatsApp, the message can come on the screen.
Yeah.
And your spouse is, you have no diabolical intention or anything. You've got nothing to hide.
Yeah.
But how are you going to defend yourself? Especially then your spouse can say, oh, so you've been chatting with this person 8 months. Of course, can go back and see there was nothing. But you see, the thing is, anything that could create doubt, you have to try and eliminate it at the early stage as much as possible.
Okay.
Yes. Me, as I sit here, I can confidently tell you that every lady that I've probably had a chat with or whatever, you know about them. I'll tell you all. The ones that have even done things.
But then, I have also spoken to some men who will say that I'll never do that again. Because the last time I spoke of, or I informed my wife of who this person was, person, because it created a whole lot of confusion.
Yeah, of course.
I worked with one guy. He's from one of the EE countries, and he said that he dated a Nigerian girl that they were in the process of, wanting to get married and everything, because the lady didn't have the right to stay. And the lady never mentioned that she had 4 children back at home. And I was like, how is that even possible? Because her body was, she says, no, there was nothing. Her tummy, breast, everything was okay. There was nothing to show that, So when he found out that this lady, how did he even find out? I think it was some chats, something, So he felt betrayed and cancelled the whole plans of getting married, because it felt like, why are you hiding? If you have children, maybe it will be okay with me. It will be normal with me. I will accept it.
Yeah.
So I think that's another thing, that if before you get married to someone, if you have kids, it's something you need to discuss. Don't spring it on people like.
I think you're making a big mistake if you don't.
Because how are you going to hide
because
that child?
Yeah, you can't, and it's
especially if the child is not living with you.
Yeah,
Maybe that can be possible, but
why would you do that?
I mean, when it comes to
the
life,
consequences will be very great.
The person will feel really betrayed.
100%.
Like, I don't know how you're going to redeem yourself.
Because it's a responsibility for someone to live with you and look after your child. It's a responsibility. So they have to come to terms with the fact that, look, I am ready to take up this responsibility.
I'm happy to do it.
I'm happy. If they don't want to do it, then fine.
They
Then it means you can just go their way.
Yeah.
But it's a responsibility, and you cannot just out of the blue.
Added responsibility
they
are not ready for, because some people are happy to look after, it's like love me, love my dog. They're happy to do that. Some people cannot deal with it, so
you have to need to disclose.
Don't surprise people like that. And my last question to you is family issues. So if there is a family issue, like there's an issue, I can't think of anything now, but there's an issue in my family, am I obliged to tell my spouse, this is what is happening in my family, like we're going through this, or my cousin did this, or my brother or my sister said this?
I think that there should be a little information shared, limited, very, very limited from your family, unless it's very relevant.
But the Bible says that we are one.
Yes, you are. It's you and your wife. It's you and your husband. It does not include your siblings.
Right.
So, of course, your siblings are also part of you. So you have your own level or way of dealing with them. But it would just be unnecessary
to bring their issues to your spouse.
Issues that that have no bearing, no relevance. No, it's just.
It'll be like telling people secrets to someone else, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, let's say, for instance, your sister, like I have a sister who is probably divorced before I met you. How is it important to you if I tell you?
It's important so that, like...
Are you going to marry my sister?
No, but with time.
Or even let's say my sister exes comes up with anything against my sister. How does it affect you?
So with time, as I'm also becoming part of your family somehow.
Yeah.
We'll be meeting at gatherings, we'll be chatting. So in order not for me to be like, oh, so when are you getting married? Because I know they are single. It's like maybe for the sake of I don't know.
I
But
understand where you're coming from.
I think
even with that, at that point, my sister as an adult
can tell you
can decide
herself.
what she wants to tell you.
Yeah.
If she wants you to know, that's her own response,
Right.
her own cup of tea.
Yeah.
That's her own response. But I don't have.
It's not in your place.
It's not in my
Yeah,
place.
it's not
And
something.
my wife cannot be upset with me because I didn't tell her. Because
yeah.
that's my sister.
Yeah.
It's
her life.
and it's got nothing to do with her
Yeah,
marriage.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
So, and especially, like for instance, even your mom or your dad, what they've been through, whatever experience they've had, whether bad or good, you don't have to share it.
Right.
You guys the two of you are getting married. Every other person is external. The only external things that have to be brought into your marriage are the things that are relevant to your marriage.
Right.
If they are not relevant, period, there's no need.
I saw this question somewhere. I know I said I was going to close, but I
Yeah.
saw this question somewhere that the person said, if there is any medical issue in your family, I think I have the right to know. So like, for if there's...
So genetically.
Genetics. So if there's the issue of mental health issues in the family and you don't mention it, and then you're married to this person, you're going to have kids. Some of these things can be transferred.
Wow.
You should...
Yeah. So back to what I said, if it has relevance. So this is a good example. I didn't think of it but like when we say it has relevance, it's very broad. So like if your spouse or your husband or wife to be challenges you that look, I think I need to know that we have specifics. Then at that point you have to, because genetically they could be transferred. You might not have that mental health issue, but there might be people in your family who have it, and
epilepsy,
the possibility that
anything
your
that
child could
can
carry.
affect, exactly, yeah.
So you need to let them know before, and some of these things it's not after.
Yeah,
before.
it will be too late though.
So that the person can decide
whether
if
they want to go on.
you have a child and then God forbid he has whatever.
Then you know where it's coming from.
You've got,
and you can also monitor your
family.
children.
Yeah.
Because you know that this thing runs in the family, so we need to monitor all of that.
And apart from that,
yeah,
because sometimes people have this funny way of thinking, and they say that, oh, especially those of us from the Akan tribe, they'll say, oh, in this house, when you go to marry, they get divorced. No, that one I would not agree. You don't, because I will be what's it called? I will. I think that I will base everything on belief.
Right.
It doesn't. The fact that everybody is going to marry and getting married and getting divorced does not mean that will be your portion.
No, that's not transferable.
That's not transferable. So that one I will not even discuss it, to give Satan a room to rejoice, to say, "Aha, I'm coming after them." No, I'm not going to do that.
One thing I would say as we are closing is know who you're married to. Before you disclose whatever. There are some people that if you give information to, it will be used against you, and you will never recover from it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There are some people that are not emotionally matured to take certain information. So before you share some information with your spouse, get to know
who they are,
their emotional maturity. Know how, when they are upset, the sort of things they want to use against you. Because when everything is nice, hunky-dory, it's okay. They are happy that you're revealing information and family secrets. But the moment they are upset or the relationship goes sour, my goodness, it will be on the blogs, all over their social media, platforms and everywhere. Anybody who cares to listen will hear your issues. So I think you should know who you're getting married to or who you're married to before you give what information to, really. Yeah. That's what I think.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So today,
do you want
to say
so just a bit of we always, in every relationship, marriage, 2 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 12 says that it talks about godly sincerity. And the Bible says that for this is our boast. He said that our conscience being our testimony. If you read that scripture, and then it highlights godly sincerity. I think that godly sincerity is very important in every aspect of our relationship, marriage. You have to be sincere. Things that you truly know. Even God being God. If you read Psalm 51, it says that, I think verse 6, it says that God desires truth from the inner man. So it's that even God is craving truth. How much more human beings? So we have to always be careful that we don't try to conceal things.
Information.
We need to open up and talk about things that have direct relevance to our relationship or marriage. Right. Yeah. So on this note, I want to say thank you. We really appreciate your support and your help. But please, we want you to share this video. You know, today someone met me and they was saying that, oh, I saw your video somewhere. I said, please. And he was, started talking to me about how it's impacted his life. I believe that God is working through us. We're just a vessel. And I want to encourage you, please share this video, share it with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed, maybe it could be that you're watching a video, but you haven't had the time or the opportunity to subscribe. Please kindly subscribe. And I believe that with your support, we'll be able to reach out to more people. God bless you so much, and we'll come your way some other time. Bye.
Who is going to do my account and tax returns for me, cry? Certified accountants. Certified accountants. Certified accountants. They will help you with your account and tax returns. Are you a minicab driver, hairdresser, shop owner, or self-employed? Certified accountant. And I was working with Chapman. And then we say when you will be a wabri accounts and tax returns more. Now bansa so more. Now who yacho? It didn't make for certified accountant. And the Yamawo. F accounts and tax return. Company accounts, bookkeeping, payroll services, charity accounts, and gift aid claim. As of for what 20 of money certified accountants, self tax planning, business advice, company registration, and many more. And teach you what company or Chiwakasa. Now what the hotel bebro. What is the Capudio Subabro no Bushian? Certified accountant. Say about transfer from the dia. What to the construction workers, agency workers, relief security workers, bank nursing staff, and then we are Juma our temporary workplaces in Yamon Frano, no one Yisika Pudu Mamma. But the Yamada Kran say HMRC4 at the Cabra work. What me wow it come and yes as well. What is so cry?
Address 335 to 351 Raynham Road South, Dagenham, RM10 8QR.
Telephone 0208 226 4933. Mobile 079 568 045 17. Certified accountant. Mehumba mehua chame. Mudim puntio abba meduma yume. Who is going to do my account and tax returns for me, cry? Certified accountants. Certified accountants. Certified accountants. They will help you with your account and tax returns. Are you a minicab driver, hairdresser, shop owner, or self-employed? Certified accountant. And I was working with Chapman. And then we say when you will be a wabri accounts and tax returns more. Now bansa so more. Now who yacho? It didn't make for certified accountant. And the Yamawo. F accounts and tax return. Company accounts, bookkeeping, payroll services, charity accounts, and gift aid claim. As of for what 20 of money certified accountants, self tax planning, business advice, company registration, and many more. And teach you what company or Chiwakasa. Now what the hotel bebro. What is the Capudio Subabro no Bushian? Certified accountant. Say about transfer from the dia. What to the construction workers, agency workers, relief security workers, bank nursing staff, and then we are Juma our temporary workplaces in Yamon Frano, no one Yisika Pudu Mamma. But the Yamada Kran say HMRC4 at the Cabra work. What me wow it come and yes as well. What is so cry?
Address 335 to 351 Raynham Road South, Dagenham, RM10 8QR.
Telephone 0208 226 4933. Mobile 079 568 045 17. Certified accountant. Mehumba mehua chame. Mudim puntio abba meduma yume. Who is is going to do my account and tax returns for me, cry? Certified accountant. Certified accountant. Certified accountant. They will help you with your account and tax returns. Are you a minicab driver, hairdresser, shop owner, or self-employed? Certified accountant. And I was working with Japan. And then when you will be a wabring accounts and tax returns more. Now bansa so more. Now who you actually? It didn't make for certified accountant. And the amount F accounts and tax return, company accounts, bookkeeping, payroll services, charity accounts, and gift aid claim. As of for what 20 open internet certified accountants, self tax planning, business advice, company registration, and many more. And to show company or Chiwakasa. Now what the hotel babro, no this is Capudio Babro no Bushian. Certified accountant. Say about transfer from the dia. What to do? Construction workers, agency workers, relief security workers, bank nursing staff, and then one we are Juma our temporary workplaces in Yamon Frano, no one is a Capudio Mamma. But the other Quran say HMRC4 at the Cabra, what you move wow, it came, and yes, as well, what is so cry.
Address 335 to 351 Raynham Road South, Dagenham, RM10 8QR.
Telephone 0208 226 4933. Mobile 079 568 04517. Certified accountant. Mehuma mehua chame. Mudim puntio abba meduma.